Hello and welcome to What's Your Story. I'm your host, Dr. Lisa Schuster, and I'm here in front of Salon Texture right here on Davis Street in Evanston. I'm going to be talking with the owner. She's a ball of fire, great energy. So let's go inside and meet this very creative woman. So Yuki, thank you so much for having me here at your salon. And there's so much to talk about. Why don't we first start talking about you and where you come from and a little bit about your family.
Thank you for having me here.
Sure.
I was born in Korea. My mom was born in Japan, my dad in Korea. But I came here when I was 8, so I'm essentially American.
And so how did you decide to become a hairstylist?
One of my friends introduced me to hairstyling, and it's absolutely been amazing experience. And I'm very glad to be in this industry because you're constantly creating. And I just fell in love with it.
So tell me, where did you train then once you decided to become a stylist?
I trained at Charles African in Oak Street and worked there for about 6.5 years as a senior stylist and Salon 1800. But the style of way I cut and color and style is largely influenced by key people like Michael O'Rourke from Big Sexy Hair, Grund from Grund Corporation, he's the president, and also Shannon Doherty from Wella Corporation.
Now you do something called a dry cut, but you also do a wet cut. So tell us, you've got a gentleman here, I think his name is Steve.
Yeah.
So tell us about Steve and the different techniques that you're doing and why you chose to do them on him.
Somebody like Steve, I would cut wet, razor cutting, and remove as much as bulk and establish the length as much as I can. And after it dries, I would still detail dry cutting. When you dry cut, you could see everything, all the bulky areas where they're thinning, the colics, what you need to be careful. So I love to give texture and volume when it's dry.
With your male client, you also did some work with his eyebrows.
That's a must, eyebrows and the ear.
The next person, you did a
The
very
bangs.
gentle bang. So instead of doing like what you think of a bang as very
Straight, yeah.
and abrupt across, you were doing more
Sweep to the side, yeah, longer bangs. So it's easy to grow your hair out if you don't like it, and also it just adds softness. I like round shapes, and I like to, should give texture from underneath. So that's why I use effleage, and I also cut shorter pieces from underneath, in the crown area especially. So even you don't do anything, clients could actually enjoy volume.
You're an artist with the hair as well as you do paint. You also have your own clothing line. So why don't you tell us about your, is it called the Yuki line? Or what do you call it?
It's Yuki by Lisa Lee. There's so many Yukis and so many Lisa Lee, so I named it Yuki by Lisa Lee. No one has that. It's kind of long. After knitting, lessons from We'll Keep You in Stitches, it just became an obsession, and I began to make clothes for myself because it's very difficult to find, my size. And paintings, I've been a painter since I was in high school. These are little sketches I've done since I was a child, or I go to Europe twice a year. I try. It's very difficult with, my own business now, but every time I go to Belgium or Portugal or Istanbul, I do a painting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here.
Sharing your story with us. And remember, each one of us has a story. So until next time, go for your dreams, because I might be coming around and finding out what's your story.